was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and they had this expert that was talking about like children development and kind of like the society that we have now and how sensitive they tend to be, and that they can't really doesn't seem like the kids growing up now can deal with conflict. And one of the points that he made on that was that a lot of that conflict resolution happens in play with kids playing with other kids, and not only play, but the thing that he said was like unsupervised play, meaning like the parents may be around but they're far away, so they're not there to kind of intervene when there's an actual conflict, that they resolve it against one another. So he was saying that has been lost in this society with the way that things are going. So a lot of kids now that are growing up, when they reach some type of conflict as adults or even like young teenagers, like they don't know how to deal with it, which is crazy.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that statement. I like that, what do they call them, like helicopter parents or
Oh
helicopter
yeah, yeah.
moms. They're just hovering around the kid, and they don't let them, you know, get into an argument, and let them figure it out themselves. It's like they're right there, and it's like kids like just feel like, they can fall back because their parent is right there. And I would have to say a lot has to do with, I mean, good parenting, good upbringing. If a kid were to come back, I would talk to my parents and explain what happened, and tell them how I handled it, and they would be like, you know what, if I did something wrong, or did something they didn't agree with, like they would tell their side of the story, and like at least you've got stuff to go back and forth with. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, I rely on, I've got my mom or my dad behind me. It's like they, yeah, I would agree with that assessment of we're losing that. Yeah.
Were your parents strict with you growing up, or did they, like, how did they try to, raise you in a way? Were they very hands off, hands on?
I would, that's a good one. I would say it was a mix. It wasn't like, strict, do this. I had my freedom, but I knew that if I did something wrong, I was coming home to something, or I was going to get a punishment. So, it was a good balance, I would have to say. It wasn't just strict. You can't do this. Don't, I don't want you going. Like I said, it was a great neighborhood, great parents. We kind of relied on, my parents, or if I was over someone's house, they would let their parent, if we were doing something bad, they can, discipline us in a way that,
Right.
not like a normal parent, but they kept us in line, and every parent and every of the kids were accepted of that. So.